Thor Ragnarok totally nailed the big screen get it because Thor was carrying a hammer. Yeah, let's get into this review.
What were you the god of again?
Thor Ragnarok is directed by Taika Waititi, and basically it's the third Thor movie in the Thor trilogy. It's also another Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, and basically Thor is trapped into this gladiator planet, which is led by Jeff Goldblum, which basically he has to fight the Incredible Hulk to get out of the planet. While that's happening, Hela, played by Kate Blanchett, is a new villain in Asgard, and basically she's trying to rule Asgard. So Thor, after that, basically had to assemble a team to stop Hela from destroying Asgard. I wasn't a fan of the first two Thor movies. Like, the first Thor was okay, it was good for what it was. I love Chris Hemsworth the movie, but the movie mostly took place mostly on Earth more than Asgard. I want to see more of Asgard, but we don't get as much of that. But the action was fine. But then Thor: The Dark World came out, and that movie really did disappoint me. It did bore me out. So I was really worried about this movie, but when I saw the trailers of the movie, maybe this movie could be a fun movie for what it was. And right when I walked out of the movie, it was a fun movie. It was probably my favorite Thor movie out of the trilogy, and this movie is still a pretty good movie. The positive I could give to this film is the style of the movie, the look of the movie, the colors. They look amazing. It feels like Guardians of the Galaxy had mixed up with a Thor movie. That's what it was, because it looks incredible. I'm trying not to say gorgeous because it kind of sounds very girly. Just imagine I say gorgeous but incredible instead. But the cast of the movie, phenomenal. Chris Hemsworth as Thor, of course he was great. I love Thor. I love Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Even though the first two Thor movies were disappointing, I love him in the Avengers movies, but I really like him most in this movie because he was really awesome movie. And I like it with the short hair more than the long hair. I don't know why. He looks more cool with the short hair. I also love Kate Blanchett as Hela in the movie. She was very menacing. There's a lot of parts of the movie where she's very menacing, and her scenes were really phenomenal. She was amazing in this movie. Even Tom Hiddleston as Loki also did a great job, but I really love him in the first Thor, and I love him totally from the first Avengers movie. Even for The Dark World, this movie, he was awesome. And it's good telling a brothership story as well, because this movie tells about brothership as well, and they did that really well. But my favorite character in this whole movie, of course, it's the Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo. I really like Hulk more than I saw Bruce Banner in this movie, because Mark Ruffalo basically played two different characters in this movie, because the Hulk is definitely a different character than Bruce Banner was. He's not Bruce Banner. He's basically a different character. It feels like Bruce Banner's just like out of the way and Hulk is taking over the movie. We do see Bruce Banner in the movie, and basically the whole movie, Hulk was awesome. Hulk was talking, he's basically telling his personality, and that's really cool because we get to know his character a bit more as the Hulk. Like, Bruce Banner was basically just a scientist, and Hulk is basically a different character. And that happened in the comics as well. So, that is pretty cool in the movie, and Hulk did kick ass. There's a lot of great action with him, especially him fighting a wolf. That was a pretty cool scene. I also like Tessa Thompson as this character in the movie. She was so badass in the film. She's probably the most badass female chicks I've seen in a Marvel movie with Black Widow. She's just phenomenal. Even Jeff Goldblum did a good job as well. And the action in the movie, phenomenal. Well done. With the Hulk action, other than that, the action was fantastic. With Thor and the Hulk fighting, it is better than you think it was from the trailer. It was freaking amazing. And also, this film is actually really damn hilarious. There's a lot of parts in the movie that did make me laugh a lot. This is probably the funniest Marvel film with Guardians of the Galaxy. But I do have a flaw with the comedy in the movie, which I'll talk about later. But there are some flaws in the movie, and one of them is that they put a lot of plots in this movie than one plot. Like, the first plot is like when Hal is destroying Asgard, broke Thor's hammer, basically forced to fight Hulk. Like, that should be the first part of the movie. And like, next year if they make Thor Ragnarok Part 2, it should be Thor reassembling his team to fight Hela. Because this movie feels like they have too many plots. And that does really annoy me once in a while. And it did rush a bit with the plots as well, which it's not really my cup of tea. And then the comedy of the movie. Even though I like the comedy of the movie, just most of the comedy did drag on. Like, this movie is more of a comedy than a Thor movie, which is not that great because we can't see what Thor is doing with the action scenes because we see him do more comedy. And I'm saying this movie is a funny movie. It's probably the funniest Marvel film, but it did drag on with the comedy a bit, and that really annoys me a little bit once in a while. But it's still a funny movie for what it was. And also, the score was kind of messed up too. Like, when Thor was fighting, it has a song from the first trailer. yeah, that did really annoy me. It doesn't match in my personal opinion. Some people might like it, some people don't. I'm one of these people that think it's just, it's kind of in a wrong mood. It's like it's trying to be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and it's like, oh no, you know what? What if I do it in a 4 movie? How awesome would that be? And yeah, that did really not fit at all in this movie. It could have been more epic music with it, but I'm not trying to say that this movie couldn't be fun. It is still a fun movie. The music is still a really good song, and with Thor fighting with that music, it's still cool, but it doesn't fit in. But overall, guys, I still had a lot of fun with Thor Ragnarok. I think it's still a good movie. This is not my favorite Marvel movie of this year. I think Spider-Man Homecoming totally beat this movie. I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 did beat it a bit in my personal opinion. I didn't think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was disappointing. I still think it's a good movie. This movie didn't disappoint me at all. It's still a pretty fun movie. I recommend you see this film. Chris Hemsworth's great. The actors were phenomenal. The action was great. It is a funny movie, even though they dragged on with the comedy a bit too much. But the look of the movie looks fantastic. So overall, I would buy this movie. It's a fun movie to watch. I'm going to give Thor Ragnarok a B+. So guys, have you seen Thor Ragnarok? What do you think of that movie? Comment below. Let me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and have a nice day.